I just wanted to take the time before this little bad boy leaves for his new home to just do a little feature and show him on video, because I think, you know, it's such a cool piece, and it has so much details in the paint job and everything, and also in the conversion that was done on it, but not conversion but modification that were done on it, that I wanted to take the time and you know, explain to you and showcase it to you via video. So here it is. This is the Dreadknight. Sorry, why do I always say Dreadking? Dreadknight with the Voltron team that I did for one of the last contest I ran on my website and Twitter for the winner. So here it is. So first of all, I'm just gonna showcase it, you know, so you can see it for yourself. You know, so Voltron is an old Japanese and American animation series, and it features a robot or a mech or whatever you want to call it that has a color scheme that looks like that. So color scheme was based on Voltron, but it's not, you know, 100% towards it. I kept, you know, let's focus on the legs. I kept the scheme being the leg is yellow, then blue, green and red, but you know, I had to change things because the Voltron itself, and I kept the belt here black, like the Voltron has, like, his belt is black, but I had to change some things and do some things different because it wouldn't have matched. You know, Voltron normally is white, but white would have been a little bit, I don't know, you know, because almost knocked everything over. Hold on a second. So what happens is that the Voltron normally has white legs, and white would have been really nice, but I couldn't really do the legs itself here like all white because it wouldn't have matched for the legs. So if I did the legs like black silvery like I did now, and I would have done the top white, it wouldn't have been nice neither, and not look like genuine. So I went with the armor plates being the original Voltron colors, but I kept the back of the legs blackish, silvery, and I went for upper silver body, which makes it more a little bit natural, I think, looking. So let's go in for what happened on this model and what I did on this model. Where it is? I had it. Here it is. Hold on a second. I'm gonna grab another Dread King. Here you go, just to, you know, showcase it to you. So first thing is that the weapons are magnetized by the hammer, and the power sword that we have here are magnetized, so you can switch them as you want. I wanted to go with magnetizing this side, but since I heavily changed the position of the boosters here to make them fit for the arm position, I couldn't have this move and be able to switch it. If I wanted to have them magnetized or be able to switch between the weapon on this side, I would have to actually take out the booster and modify the top without boosters. I could have done that, but I didn't want to go too crazy. I could have, you know, green stuff them and put them flush and then put the wings like a Voltron has, but I didn't want to go there. I wanted to keep it original. So weapons are magnetized, like I just said. The body is magnetized also, and it's pretty strong because the base is really heavy actually. If you saw my other video, I talk about this, and you can see it lifts up almost everything. So there's a magnet here and there's a magnet there. So body is magnetized because this model is pretty actually tall. You know, you can see my hand is kind of big, so I wanted it to be magnetized so you can actually change the position of the body itself, and at the same time you can you know, transport it a little bit easier. So that was the basic things that were done. Now to go in a little bit more into the more delicate stuff. First thing that was done is that normally a Dread King is made to have the arms like this, and the position is pretty static. Of course you can move it back and forth a little bit, but not that much, because you have a restriction with these boosters that don't move that much, And you also have a restriction here. If you see the joint, let me move in closer. So here, if you see the joint between the body itself and the bottom of the arm here, if you move this arm closer up, this is gonna actually hit there, and it's the same thing in the back. There's the border here and there. They're gonna hit. So what I actually done on the Voltron is I actually modified the pause of the arm pretty drastically to make it, you know, really go backwards, and this one really up. So compared to the normal pause, that if you see the sword is, if we put the two bodies together, the arm is still pretty, you know, down. If we put the sword on the other one, he has his sword pretty high in the air, you know, like this. So I had to actually go in and cut these and cut the inside of the ball to make it go all the way in. So that was one of the modification that was done. And also I had to go in and cut the booster and change the angles, the angle of the booster here and the booster on the other side there. So that was one thing. Then the second thing that had to be done, because the project itself had to be the look I wanted to achieve, was that the Voltron would be kind of like the Dreadknight would be like kind of like already like in the process of vaulting or jumping from this rock to the ground. So I wanted to change the position of the legs to make it more drastic. So if you look at a normal Dread King on the side, Dreadknight, you see that the legs are pretty straight, and you see on this model the legs are bent. I had to modify it and here cut the wires out because it was too much fiddling for just that little wire right there. So I cut those out, and I basically cut down the leg and reposition it and pinned it. So I put pins in it so it doesn't move, to achieve that, you know, that look that he's about to jump from the cliff. So, you know, a lot of things were done on this model. Let me put that down. Other things that was done is that I took a, oh my god, what's happening? Okay, here we go. So I took a banner from a normal Space Marine set, and I changed it and trimmed it and made it fit so it looks like some kind of robe that he's wearing, and then you know, to give a little bit more impression of motion at the same time. And I did the same thing. If we take out the top, I did the same thing up in the front. I made it out with green stuff and molded one that's actually, you know, twisting and flowing in the wind. So just to give the impression that he's not just standing there, he's actually, you know, going to leap. So I used a little bit of razor wire here to be able to have a nice cool look. So basically that's what it looks like. Heavy battle damage. Let me focus in. You know, it has heavy battle damage everywhere, even on the shield. On the shield itself, you got some hit here, claw marks, scratches. Same thing on the top. A lot of battle damage on the shoulder. Probably got some hit here. The rider has some battle damage here too. So I really wanted a nice weathered look to it. Same thing for the rider's legs. I went for a gold rider. Originally I wanted to go with the same color scheme rider, but I actually ended up deciding to go with a gold rider because I wanted to make it look a little bit more glorious. So I went for the golden look. So here it is. I'll turn it around last time so you can see it in its full glory, because this bad boy is going in the box and is going to be shipped to his new owner today. So hopefully he's gonna get there by next week. But really proud of this piece. Makes me think about like actually buying another Dreadknight and do one that looks like that for myself. Actually, I was thinking about doing a full gold Dreadknight, because when I painted this one, I actually used a special paint for that special gold paint. I didn't use my normal gold paint or my airbrush paint, and it looks stunning. I mean, you don't really see it. The camera, or even in picture, doesn't give it justice. You know, when you see it for real, that's when you can notice. But man, that thing is impressive. That gold looks like gold. So I'm really thinking about maybe doing a full gold Dreadknight. It would be awesome, but the only problem is that I want to sell it after, and I'm not sure if people would actually buy it. But anyway, so that's it. If you like this video, please, you know, don't be shy. Click the like button, subscribe if you want to get updates, and I thank you very much. I'll see you on the next video.